Love me some classic gaming. Even though this just came out 2 days ago. Hell yeah, brother. Bit too loud. Bit too loud. Can turn that down. The basic plot is that we're a space marine, there's a bunch of cultists on this planet, we gotta kill the cultists, and also all the demons they summoned. And when I say we're a space marine, what I mean is that we're in a suit of power armor, we're about 10 feet tall, and the gun that we have fires miniature rockets that explode on contact.
Hey Vash, the VFX studio I work at asked me to cash out my paid time off next week. Here's to hoping the writer's strike is resolved soon.
Oh boy. Yeah. That's the consequence of stuff reaching this point. I hope things work out for you. Are you really so convinced that DeSantis has zero chance? Against Trump? Yes. Need to get a gun upgrade so that these dudes die faster. Oh, shit. Good luck. Chat's mad their ear russies aren't being blown out. We can turn the volume up. This is probably fine with TTS in my voice, right? Oh, listen to the sound. Listen to the sound when you run. So fun.
Maybe a neurodegenerative disease?
Well, sure, but if a person had a really bad neurodegenerative disease, then that would be one of the examples that I listed of potentially being a good reason to end your life.
On your take about PvP games being the same, I disagree for fighting games. Their fun is intrinsic and based on community and improvement. Very anti-burnout.
Maybe. I think that the fighting game community is definitely better than many other multiplayer game communities. How likely do you think Biden can beat Trump? I think right now things favor Biden, maybe 60% to 40%. But I would like to see those odds grow in our favor. Hell yeah. Dragonfire shots. Boom. So satisfying. Just looks like Doom with worse graphics. Actually, the better comparison would be Quake, because Quake has full 3D environments. Yes, I agree, Red Cascadian. Military shooter enthusiasts do tend to be giant pieces of shit. Are there other guns? Yes. What's your go-to Starbucks coffee shop order? I don't buy stuff at Starbucks or coffee shops. I drink my coffee at home. Shit, die. What if when you're traveling? I don't know. I don't normally like get stuff. I usually just ask for a coffee. Whatever the coffee is on their menu, I normally just go for that. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Do you drink it black? I mean, I add a little bit of cream, but not that much. This game looks underwhelming. Man, you guys are not going to succeed at harshing my vibes. That's overwhelmingly positive rating. I have a video on something like that, Trinarch Communist. What am I missing right now? How do I get across? Wait, is it just through here? Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. How did I not see this? Oh, this is the problem with detail-oriented games while looking at chat.
You see the Metal Gear Remake trailer? I don't know if I trust Konami to not fudge it up. Pardon my language.
I did not...
The original MGS3 is a masterpiece.
I did not see the trailer, but I've heard about it. And, like, honestly, I'm still just so fucking disgusted by the removal of Kojima. Can somebody explain to me why they removed Kojima, anyway? I'll leave this. Because he was too cool? Ah, I see. That makes sense. Oop. Wait. Crack grenade. Whoop. Him and the CEO had a fight. Yeah, just the idea of getting rid of Kojima is just fucking incredible to me, man. He's such a legendary game designer. I have not been to Canada. It was fine, Iron Pot. Upgrade? Konami was also terrible toward Team Silent. Great games, terrible company. Yeah. I rammed him. Not tonight, Lux and Finda. Too social of a game. Oh! Yeah, I don't know, Greek Gamer. I have no idea. Is Ram like a quick melee? No, this is a quick melee. Got a chainsword.
I recently got double vision, was in the hospital for 4 days and they couldn't figure it out. My eyes won't coordinate correctly to see one image. Gotta wear an eye patch now.
That seems bad. You doing okay, buddy?
Seems like anti-trans is red meat, but not so much for getting people to vote. Meatball Ron probably way over-invested in transphobia, right?
I agree, yeah. I think that emphasis is going to backfire on the GOP because it's not popular enough to carry a full election victory. Trump was able to win in 2016 based largely on the narrative of him being like an outsider trying to clean up Washington. DeSantis doesn't really have that.
Vash, do you remember when pet stores first started selling soda? It began one day without warning.
Pet stores first started selling soda. I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
I'm so excited for Armored Core 6. Never played any previous entries but watched gameplay from them and now I have a hankering for mech combat games.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. I mean, it's from Software. They're gonna do a good job, right?
I got a neurologist appointment for January 2024. And people say wait times in Canada are long.
I mean, sometimes they can be. I'm really sorry to hear that, though. Long wait times are so demoralizing.
This game reminds me of Relic Space Marine, in that you are an unstoppable 10-foot juggernaut, and not just dude with a gun.
It is pretty fun. It's a very audibly satisfying game.
Konami's is infamous for being horrible to their devs. Kojima wasn't the only guy that left. Igarashi, who worked in Castlevania, also left, as well as other devs.
Just a corpo problem. I kind of don't want to support him over that, but, like, you know, so many of these corporations are terrible. Blizzard, EA, so hard to avoid. Gaming's just a tough industry to get into. Probably not Orangutan Kiwi.
Will you do any VR gaming?
No, I've never done VR gaming. I don't really have an interest in it. I don't have that much room in this, well, room to move around anyway, so I feel like I'd stumble over stuff. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Holy shit, the Plague Toads have so much health. Oh my god. Nurgle.
Vash, you're gonna hate the Lord of Change boss fight so much you'll cry and
But
scream.
I beat the Lord of Change. Not gonna go in E-dates with Discord kittens and VR chat. Tempting as the proposition may be, that's quite alright. I wonder how many E-kittens there still are right now on, oh shit. On, VR chat. Like, has VR chat's reputation sort of consumed it? And now there's just nothing left. We're out of fucking ammo. We gotta go look for some. I don't want to fight that thing with a shotgun. Are there Slanesh enemies? None that I've seen so far. I hope we see some, but no guarantees. Some pixel titties. Here, we gotta go back. I know there's some ammo that I missed. What is an E-kitten? We're referring to a phenomena of, like, horny young people, often underage people, which is why this
Vash,
gets wrapped
I
into
generally agree with you until I found out you like electro swing, unironic Reddit cringe music.
Yeah, well, you know what? I listened to an album that Kanye recommended to me today. That's true, I did.
Most people's transphobia is inherited from the cultural baseline. It is not enough of an animating force for most, and the GOP is going to find that out hard.
Yeah, it's on its own, it's not enough to carry a movement. And I really do hope my prediction comes to pass on this one. Kraken! Nice. Oh, look at the little Nurgling. Beep beep. Look, he stole somebody's helmet. Beep beep.
I'm doing fine for now, but I'd rather find out sooner than later what the exact cause is. On the bright side, I look pretty badass. My friends keep saying I look like Big Boss from Metal Gear.
Yeah, hey, that's a positive, right? Eye patches are a pretty cool accessory.
Don't pet stores sell soda in your area? It's in every pet store near where I live.
Is this a bit? I have no clue what you're talking about. Oh my goodness, thank you, Orfeo.
Moral asides. Individual who is aware of their poor mental health, given every opportunity on multiple occasions, so incompetent they leech to survive. Aware that in order to get help, they would have a larger neg output.
See, right now, what the problem is, you're talking about yourself. You would have only said, so incompetent they leech off, etc., if you were talking about yourself. That's not the sort of thing you would talk about if you were referring to some generic hypothetical. And if you're asking me to give you moral permission to take your own life, I'm not going to give it to you. Life is difficult, but I genuinely believe that for the overwhelming majority of people, there is a way to find a happy life. I will not pretend that it's easy, and there's never any guarantee, not for any of us, but I do always think it's something worth pursuing. You'll not get the sign-off from me. All the same, thank you very much for the donations. I don't mean that in a vindictive way. If you would rather have them back yourself because you're in a rough situation, please email me and I can refund them for you. But otherwise, thank you. And take care. Fuck you. Not you, TTS, don't know. The thing that I'm gonna kill. Where'd you go? I would have heard if you'd fallen off. Where? Oh, you... There's a chainsaw. Lots of health back here if I need to come back for it. We're doing good. Don't worry, guys. The targets of our wrath this time actually deserve it. You know, one of the nice things about 40k, you know, is the moral ambiguity. But the moral ambiguity just isn't that present when you're fighting chaos. Yes, the sound design's excellent, Olmstead. Okay, we are full on ammo. Nice, alright. Is chaos just the name of a race? No, they're literal gods.
A blunt, the mussy, and sunlight is a good way to cure suicidal tendencies.
They can help, that is true. The chaos gods are literally the emotional manifestations of negative emotions that exist on a planar dimension called the warp. They corrupt living things in this dimension. They are unambiguously evil. There's no, like, ambiguity to it. They're, it's pretty straightforward. They're pretty bad. The humans we're fighting here are cultists. Probably people who were corrupted to serve them, but there's no saving them now. Not fully negative? Okay. Not fully negative, but largely negative.
If you haven't, check out Andrewism's video, What Does It Mean to Be Indigenous? Has a very good explanation that's based on a symbiotic relation with the land.
I wonder if I would end up disagreeing with that video. I don't like the idea that indigenous people are innately more connected to the land than non-indigenous people.
Hi Vaush, I shattered my left ankle at the tibia and fibula a few months ago. Just started physio and should hopefully be able to walk again in a few weeks. W.
Oh, I hope the physio goes well. It's gonna be rough, but it's definitely worth the effort.
Yeah,
really...
some of the pet stores by me have been selling soda, even lemon sometimes. Like, come on, it's getting ridiculous.
I can't say I've noticed the tendency myself, but I believe you. Longer than 5 months, Rodzilla 2K. Trust me, it's pretty bad out there. What was I saying? Realistic and understandable reaction when a Space Marine walks in front of you and you know that it's your enemy. Hit T? Hell yes!
It isn't a bit. The soda machines are a distraction in my local pet stores and they make little sense.
Huh. Well... I guess soda's cool. This is good. To taunt every single enemy now. I think that'd get me killed. I will try to taunt the next greater demon we see, okay? Is a plague toad a greater demon? No, that's just a regular demon. Fuck, you're so tanky, bro. Ah. I gotta use my grenades for those guys. Those guys are so fucking tanky. Holy shit. I'm sorry to hear that, Miyoshi. Okay. Your armor literally is contempt. Stamp goat, that's contempt. When you kill humans or citizens of the Imperium, they drop health. And when you kill demons, they drop contempt. Because your hatred for demon kind literally protects you from them. Ready for Blasphemous 2? I'll certainly enjoy playing it when it comes out. Also, this Servo Skull is our friend.
Kojima was more expensive than your typical dev. He was unconventional, from throwing out complete soundtracks to toying with the idea of single-use CD.
Well, yeah, he's an auteur to be... Oh, I think I'm blocking it, sorry. To be sure, he's, like, an auteur. I'm not denying that. But, like, he's a legend, you know? Plasma gun! Well, that's a lot of supplies down there. I did not play the original Space Marine game. This is a sequel to the first Space Marine game, is it? The one where you fight the orcs? Alright, alright. Oh, oh. It's not different developer? Okay. The stories don't seem related. Stop! Oh my god! Woo! More than 5 shots in a row and it overheats and you take damage. A lot of damage. Oh, oh. Nice. Good hustle, team. Whoa! Ridiculous, these people. Oh, shit. Oh, we're gonna die. Oh, shit, they come back. No, 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 no. Is the Imperium of Mankind fascist? Yes. It's a fascist, like, ultra-theocracy, basically. Ah! They do so much damage! Jesus Christ, that one guy took like 400 health and armor away from me.
You are marked for death.
It's like if Hitler was also Jesus. Yeah, well, I maintain that the worst excesses of the Imperium were definitely a post-Emperor's death kind of deal. Though the Emperor wasn't great himself, you know.
Vash, they take better care of the soda machines than they do the animals.
What is this bit?
Nice soda machines in terrible pet stores. Gentrification.
I don't understand this bit at all. Is it even a bit? I might never know. Just gathering up all the ammo I can. Health and stuff. Yes, it's a highly federated system. The many planets, the million worlds of the Imperium are all different individually. The governors of every planet more or less get to decide the vibes there. Of course, most of the vibes that they decide on are not good.
Does anybody know why my cat won't drink his soda? Is pet store Pepsi for puppies?
What does it mean? It's just regular feudalism? It is feudalism, yes. If your armor is contempt, then what is your health? I think your health is just your literal health. There are some planets in the Imperium called pleasure worlds. Basically, wealthy and powerful people go there for vacation, and the people who live on the pleasure worlds sometimes actually get to live decent lives. I mean, sometimes they're like rape slaves. That also happens a lot. It's not a good place. Stop! Oh my god. The fucking kill zone over here.
I find listening to Queen or Iron Maiden good for shifting out of depression mode. Watching Brexiteers and MAGA idiots have their logic torn to pieces GD2XD.
Yeah, before I started my channel, I did get a lot of satisfaction out of watching Destiny argue with the stupid right-leaning people. Have you seen the Krieg Guardsman on a Paradise World comic? No, but I actually did write part of a fanfiction once, which was about a housemaid for a wealthy family on a pleasure world that through circumstance gets caught up in a single space marine and inquisitors.
If Star Trek is the ideal future that everyone wants to live in, 40K is the exact opposite.
Yeah, it's not good over here.
My friend I met through your community came cross-country on a train and we just had a gay transgender threesome.
Nice! On a train, too. That means they're a real Vaushite. Finish your fanfiction plot summary. The basic gist is that there's a chaos cult on the pleasure world, and the main character is the maid, who ends up being useful to the, who ends up being useful to the Inquisitor and to the Space Marine paired with him, because she has knowledge of the planet that they don't, including maybe like the operations of some people who may or may not be associated with a Slaanesh pleasure cult. And the broader arc of the story is her developing feelings for the Space Marine, which ends poorly because Space Marines can't really feel love, usually. Cyber Demon for sure, Lansley. It does not, Abby. Just one of many things I'll never finish. Where do I find it? It was never published or finished. I like the premise, though. Just like loving an ace person? Well, not quite.
What brand of soda do you give your cats?
Water. Uncarbonated water. Space Marines, like the guy we're playing, aren't humans. They're literally genetically bred warriors. They're kind of selected for
Moral
that.
aside, so the line drawn is pain? Or is it potential recovery? You are steadfast in your morality, yet this seems blurry, although it's likely I'm just ignorant of how you come to decisions.
I don't think that you're in a state where you can objectively analyze the morality of the situation. If you're having questions like these and asking questions like these, you're probably... I mean, you're just looking for a veto, essentially. You're also kind of really leaning on the vibe of this stream. Look, there is no easy line or threshold, because to arrive at one would be to have a perfect understanding of a person's physical and mental state, which is not possible. Not even for the person who feels that way. Nobody perfectly knows themselves. Most people, probably including you and I, don't even know ourselves that well.
Do you think Soul Eater is a good anime for beginners?
Yeah, I'd say it's a good intro anime. I don't think it's the best one, but I think it's pretty good. Anyhow, the idea would have been that initially the Space Marine was cold and standoffish and obsessed with fighting and blah-de-blah-de-blah, but actually managed to have a good time as they were exposed to some of the poor underbelly of the pleasure world. Like, the idea of, like, a Space Marine kind of being hush-hush wink-winked into servant quarters and being, like, given a meal along other humans.
I just came back from a break. This is not Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, it is. Just took a tonal shift. It's fine. It's all good. This game certainly does give justice to the effects that a bolt gun would have on a person. What chapter was the Space Marine going to be? I hadn't decided. It was just roughed out a lot of it. I did a lot of intro stuff about the maid, like cleaning the house and like her day-to-day workflow and stuff.
Boltgun is related to the Space Marine because the protag of this game serve under the protag of Space Marine game Captain Titus. By the way, our talk when? UWU.
Really, I didn't know that. Probably soon, Dino Man. My emails are nearly clean for once. Oh! Losing health over here. Worst case scenario for 2024. The worst case scenario is that nuclear war starts and we all die. If you want a realistic bad scenario that I think might have a possibility of happening, it would be Trump winning. Which is still a lot better than DeSantis winning. Your aim is so ass, dude. I'm looking at chat! That's why these games are different. This is why I didn't play Doom Eternal on stream. Some games are relatively easy to play while looking at chat, and some are not. With Hi-Fi Rush, because everything's done to the beat, you can actually take quick looks as you move through a combo that you know you're going to do anyway. But, if the bolt gun shoots mini rockets, what are the frag grenades? Mini nukes or anything? Nah, the frag grenades are just frag grenades. I mean, they're bigger. Ow. Ow. Nice. These are... It's Change Demons specifically, but Nurgle Demons are on other levels. Hey!
Requesting good vibes for both my cats, Cupcake and Waffle on their vet visit tomorrow.
I'm giving them good vibes, and I hope they do well. I believe in them. Red key. Wait.
You are an abomination to be exposed.
There we go. Now we're lore accurate. I kind of want to go find some contempt. There's probably a secret somewhere around here. Love this. This is so fucking dumb. It's literally just a cactus with giant spikes with skulls through it. It's great. I don't think I'm gonna find any shield. Guess we just go ahead. It is the Greedy Grinner. I love the running. They definitely make you feel like you're 3 tons of blessed ceramite, or serenite, or whatever the fuck it is. Vash, is the Ukraine issue a good topic on which, if you have the wrong opinion on it and you're informed enough, you're a bad person? I have no idea what you mean. If you're informed on the Ukraine situation and you think that Russia's invasion is justified, yeah, that's pretty bad. But the average person doesn't know much about the Ukraine conflict. Americans in foreign policy do not get along. TYT says that we're headed to war with Iran, according to Ken Klippenstein. Is that true? Why would we be headed to war with Iran? Why? Based off of what? Oh, there you are. It came to them in a dream. Why would we be going to war with Iran? Why would we do that? Yeah, ain't it cute, Sweaty Butcher? Why'd you give Edge Runners 3 stars? Because I don't think it was that great. I think it was pretty good. I recommend it. But it's not a masterpiece or anything. Its writing is just not interesting. Thematically, narratively, character-wise. I do not, Dreadful Dave. 3 out of 5, I dimension. Which is a recommendation from me.
I went to my first city council meeting. It felt like an echo chamber. I felt like a boulder in pond. They listened, but I was an outsider. Any advice?
No, you're doing the right thing. Being a strong voice of reason in the city council is exactly what you want to be. And I've never been in that exact position, too, so I don't know how valuable my advice would be. It's not a situation I've got any experience in. The only thing I can find explaining how the U.S. is going to get pulled into war with Iran is from The Intercept from 2 months ago. Annie, can you link it? Why the fuck would we go to war with Iran? Hit the T-key? We've done the T-key.
I am proud to serve and proud to die.
Hawkish Israel is pulling U.S. into war with Iran. Biden administration endorses Israel's escalations against Iran. Hawkish analysts in the U.S. recently began arguing that the Iranian people would jump at the opportunity to overthrow a government that has increasingly lost legitimacy. A similar notion motivated Saddam Hussein's Iraq to invade Iran in the 80s with international encouragement. At the time, there was widespread belief the 1979 revolution had thrown Iran turmoil and that it's a regime maintained power. Who? Which hawkish analysts? Oh, apparently this was updated 2 days ago. CIA does not know if Iran plans to bomb, or Israel plans to bomb Iran. Discord leaks. Going to the Pentagon. Sir, your Discord chat has been leaked. So basically, the accusation is that the United States government is not doing enough to indicate that it would not support / join in with Israel if Israel attacked Iran to prevent them from developing nuclear weapons. Honestly, it would be a big moment to not stand with Israel. Yeah, that would be pretty fucking funny. Not gonna lie. I don't know. The idea of the United States government committing troops to the invasion of Iran sounds so outlandish that I just can't imagine it actually, like, happening. That just sounds so... I know the U.S. government has done lots of insane shit, but usually the insane shit that we do is in line with some kind of broader strategy that makes sense from the perspective of advancing U.S. foreign policy goals. And with this one seems pretty out there. This one seems pretty out of hat. But I mean, I could be wrong, right? Nah, I just took damage there. Nice. It is, Die Cutie. Hey, 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 hey. There have been new developments with Iran. With Iran constructing facilities? God damn it. An Iranian nuclear facility is so deep underground that U.S. airstrikes likely couldn't reach it. This is just 3 days ago? What do we think was going to happen, man? Near a peak of the Zagros Mountains in central Iran. Ah, fuck, dude. It's over here? There's no way we're getting at that shit. Look at how mountainous Iran is. This is why nobody can invade Iran. It's just, like, Iran, Afghanistan, they're just, like, a billion fucking mountain ranges and tunnels that you can dig. It's literally just a country of caves. It's like, it's one of the most naturally fortified places on Earth. It's so fucking... So the concern is that a nuclear facility is being built so deep that there would be no way to destroy it without a full-on invasion. With Iran now producing uranium close to weapons-grade levels after the collapse of its nuclear deal with world powers, damn, sure would be cool if Trump hadn't backed out of the nuclear deal with Iran. One of the best things the Obama administration did. Iran has been honeycombing them with bunkers and supply caches. Oh, the United States couldn't invade Iran. Like, invading Iran would be like the Soviet Union invading the Afghanistan. It would just break the back of this country. We could take Afghanistan, by which I mean we could hold its cities and just try to ignore the Taliban, like, and Al-Qaeda and whatever, doing dances on the outside. And we could take Iraq pretty easily, multiple times. I don't think we could take Iran. I mean, we would have to exert a destructive, overwhelming level of military force to do this. They're right in the center of the country. Yeah. They built them underground. Guys, the reason they built these facilities underground was to protect them from carpet bombing. We need to start taking Iran seriously. The fact that we're still treating them as this, like, axis of evil, like, no-touch, no-engagement country is so fucking stupid. It's insane. If they have nukes, we have no choice but to engage with them. I mean, they don't have nukes, but they could make nukes with the enriched uranium they have now. Israel will literally never let Iran have a nuke. Yeah, but Israel would lose to Iran. Like, Israel has a gigantic, overwhelmingly supported military blah blah, but if they tried to invade Iran, like, they would get bogged down and their country would be bled out. They don't have enough people.
I am a little confused. You said that Trump is far less worse than DeSantis for president. Could you explain the reasoning for that?
Trump is too self-centered and egomaniacal and unpredictable and undisciplined to be like a, rigorous advocate for and operator of fascist development, whereas DeSantis could do those things.
You seemed receptive to the convo. From my perspective, difficulty reading people. Mood shift wasn't intended. Obligatory apologies? Nukes underground? Sounds like geothermal radiation, am I right?
You don't have to apologize for anything, friend. I don't at all mind answering the questions. And I do hope that you're doing well. I also hope that we don't invade Iran. Iran says the new construction will replace an above-ground centrifuge manufacturing center at Natanz struck by an explosion and fire in July 2020. Tehran blamed the incident on Israel, long suspected of running sabotage campaigns against its program. Great, so Israel fucked themselves over too, because Israel fucking sent saboteurs to bomb the last manufacturing facility. Now they're building the ultra super duper top secret underground hyper bunker defended protected by anti-aircraft batteries, fencing, and Iran's paramilitary Revolutionary Guard. The facility sprawls across 1 square mile. The central plateau.
They don't need to invade Iran, Vash. They have air superiority. They will shut down the skies, and then insert covert ops.
Nah, man, you can't fuck with mountain ranges. It's so... Mountain ranges are... in reality, mountain ranges are like the fucking ultimate super-duper trump card when it comes to defending land. No, we haven't attacked Iran before Smart Sport 101, at least not directly. It's the Iranian military are, it's not like, there's one way to quickly do a war with Iran, and it's with nukes. Like, that's it. And we shouldn't do that. It's so Like, to be, like, to be clear, mountains are so difficult to deal with when you're invading a country that we couldn't even deal with the Taliban hiding in the mountains of Afghanistan. They just grew and grew and grew, and the moment we left Afghanistan, they reinvaded the cities, and the ANA fell over in no time at all, like they did before, with the Mujahideen. But the Taliban are the Taliban. The Iranian military is the Iranian military. It's such a dangerous place. Iran is likely building a facility at a depth between 80 meters and 100 meters. 80 to 100? Isn't that deep enough to survive a nuke? Not a direct one, but like, Jesus. 300 feet of solid rock above you? Just really, really makes me worry.
That's because we were willing to use bunker buster nukes, Vash. Israel is.
I don't think a bunker buster can cut through 300 feet. Well, not nukes. Yeah, a bunker buster bomb can go between 30 and 60 feet of earth. Or reinforced concrete. Not 300. But, I mean, we can't nuke Iran. Do what we did to Laos, but in 1 square mile? Okay, doesn't Iran have the right to pursue nuclear weapons? Like, you know, not to state the obvious here, but Iran has been subject to some pretty bad fucking foreign policy. We had a deal with them, which then we broke, and they are constantly threatened with invasion from Israel. Or not invasion, but like attacks from Israel. I just wish they had different leadership. By the way, they also did a ballistic missile test. Cool.
But Vash, I've played Hearts of Iron, and taking mountains isn't so hard.
Yeah, I have a feel that's how a lot of people's reasoning on this is going to be settled.
We don't have to. Israel has nuclear capability.
We shouldn't nuke Iran. Neither should Israel, which is basically just a military base for the United States government anyway. Nobody should be nuking anybody. We can't invade Iran just because we're angry that they're doing something like we did this. Hasn't North Korea been threatening this for decades? Yeah, the difference is that North Korea isn't even like a real country. It's like a dirt pit. Iran's a real country with a real military, with a real economy, capable of actually developing something. Just bomb Khamenei's house. This is one of the reasons why I was hoping those anti-government protests went further than they did. Like, things are... It's weird they even managed to build a nuke. Well, they haven't built a nuke yet. They're building a facility that would allow them to enrich uranium to the point that it could be used in a nuclear weapon, and they're suspected of already having a large amount of enriched uranium that could be used to build a nuke. And they're doing ballistic missile tests, which is where you would put the nuke to deliver it to another country. 2,000-kilometer range with a 1,500-kilogram warhead. Do you think they'll use them? Well, if Iran ever actually did nuke Israel, which is where they would use the nuke, by the way, they would get, like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes to smile and laugh about it before America turned their country and every country near them into, like, a radioactive glass pit. The response from the U.S. government would be immediate and, like, omnicidal. Nothing would survive. Because, of course, like, they nuked Israel. Like, that is what would happen. Wouldn't they nuke Saudi Arabia first, though? No shot. No shot. No shot. No shot. Saudi Arabia has been doing more of the playing all sides bullshit. Israel is you know, Israel and America are locked. Israel and Iran constantly fight with each other. Also, if you nuked Saudi Arabia, like, all you would do is turn sand into glass. 90% of Saudi Arabia is just empty deserts. What's the level of nukeness of the Iranian nuke? There is no Iranian nuke. They just have enriched uranium. But building a nuke takes time, and yeah, and we don't know what like a megaton yield they would produce with a nuke. Wouldn't Israel nuke Iran back though? Yeah, I don't actually think that Iran is going to use this nuke. I think they're just protecting themselves the exact same way that Israel has. U.S. State Department spokesman Matthew Miller said Washington was aware of the missile report and reiterated that Iran's development and proliferation of ballistic missiles poses a serious threat to regional and international security. I mean, I guess that's kind of true indirectly.
Remember when Trump was like, I don't understand why we have nukes if we can't use them. Maybe we can secretly nuke someone.
You know, something tells me that Trump guy is not actually that great of a political
Cons
leader.
want Israel glass anyways for their rapture fantasy.
Well, they want God to glass Israel. I don't think they want to do it themselves. It's very good, Tequila Sunset. Okay, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fuck. Okay. Oh my god. Nice. Yes, unorthodox monkey. Everything that is happening right now is a direct consequence of Trump backing out of the deal. There is absolutely no reason why we should not have been negotiating and dealing with Iran. Iran is a big country. I think a lot of people think of Iran as like Iraq and Afghanistan as part of this triumvirate of backwards Muslim Middle Eastern countries, not understanding that Afghanistan, well, Afghanistan's not doing that great, okay. Iraq's doing marginally better. And Iran is like an actual fucking country. Like, Iran is like an actual goddamn... Hey, fuck this guy. Destroy their corpses, otherwise they come back. They're more like Pakistan. Okay, guys, hey, have a little bit of hope, alright? If India and Pakistan haven't nuked each other yet, maybe it'll be fine. Going to any Pride events? Yeah, I probably will. I don't have any plans to yet, but I haven't, like, checked around yet. I won't be going there publicly, though. Like, I won't announce it or anything, I don't think. Have fun, not though. Probably not one angry pagan. I don't find religion debates very interesting or engaging. Pop. Thank you for the offer, Philomath. 20. I'll keep it in mind, though I can't make any promises. Whoa, that's a secret. Yeah, I remember Zoth. That is a servo skull Phoenixite. They're basically, Oh. I'm pretty bad at that, huh? A servo skull is basically just a little machine, helper robot that's common in the Imperium. Oh, God. Can't plasma bolt that close. Whew. Yeah, servo skulls are made from a skull. It's an actual skull. It's not a machine skull. Artificial intelligence, yes, is banned in the Imperium.
Isn't it stupid that people on Twitter are calling the Pink Floyd concert fascists for presenting a satirical depiction of fascists?
I saw one tweet of that, but I don't think, like, most people are saying that. Most people are familiar with Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Isn't Iran incredibly anti-Semitic? Not to defend Israel, but most of its neighbors really hate Jewish people, and the fear is they could use nukes in that vein.
Yes. They are incredibly anti-Semitic. To be fair, most Israelis are pretty fucking Islamophobic. They exist from the AI ban, right? Well, the AI ban is because humanity almost got wiped out by its own AI once, a long time ago, so now the Imperium bans AI. What it does allow is, like, regular machines. So, to give an example, the machines that we have today would mostly be considered okay by the Imperium standard. Like, an iPhone, like, you know, whatever, because that's not, like, AI, you know? However, I'm pretty sure that if you showed ChatGPT to, an Inquisitor, they would shoot you.
Stomping around on the crunchy sand. Got chaos to kill. Gotta follow my blood trail.
That's true. I agree. Servo skulls aren't machine intelligence, they're convicts that have been turned to human computers. No, you're thinking of servitors. Servitors are like cyborg slaves with minimal intelligence. But this is just a human skull that, for aesthetic purposes, has been outfitted with machine parts to make it useful.
Just as a FYI, after Peru's president tried to do a coup and failed, the Mexican president recognized him as legitimate and wants him reinstated.
Interesting. Need to learn more about that situation. I did not, Villainous. I just saw it myself. Was this a retcon? I'm pretty sure there's a conscious mind in that thing. Well, it's a skull, so... Servo Skull 40k. A drone-like robotic device that appears to be a human skull outfitted with electronic or cybernetic components that utilize anti-grav field generators to allow them to float in air. Nope. Yeah, you're thinking of servitors. They're just, you literally take, like, a skull of your family member or of some, like, venerated warrior, and it's like, this servo skull is cooler because it came from a cool dude. That's literally what they do. While the manufacture of servo skulls is common across the Imperium, they remain incredibly rare artifacts, normally only found in the company of the nobility.
The way to survive in 40k is to become a skull carver. If you know how to carve skulls, you're set.
That is...
Until you die and go to the warp, then you're fucked LMAO.
That's probably true, yes. That is a good, important, well-needed job in the Imperium.
Vash, what would you do if Mario walked into your room and said that he is your real biological father?
I have no idea how to answer this premise. This is not a yes and that I agreed to beforehand. I would have so many questions that it would not be possible to lay them all out in a comedic way. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure that, I'm pretty sure they'd kill you if you had ChatGPT on you. Hey! Kind of a funny meme. Oh, there's another one over there. Kind of a funny continuous meme is that there's actually tons of AI in the Imperium. They're just used by the Adeptus Mechanicus, which are basically the tech boys of the Imperium. And whenever they're asked about it, like, hey, are you using AI? The tech boys slap the hood of their car and go, nope. There's a human body in there. All the thinking, there's a human body. Human brain. No AI. Human brain. Slap, slap. Oh, fuck you guys. Oh boy. Oh boy. Fucking chosen. Sheesh. Okay. Probably Babinska. Okay. I think we handled that pretty well. Huh? Nope. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, 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 hey. Whoop.
The more I play Zelda TOTK, the less I enjoy it. After the first game I'm burnt out and the depths are getting tedious TBH.
Yeah, well, that is
Love the stream, this game looks sick.
that is a problem with open world games, you know? It's like 100 hours and a lot of it is doing the same thing over and over.
There should be a 40k FPS where you play as a guardsman. Just a normal guardsman and you just die in increasingly brutal ways.
Playing FPS where you're a guardsman would just be a fucking survival horror game. Seems like the plasma guns would be really inaccurate. Accuracy isn't generally a high priority of the Imperium's constructions. Even the Space Marines aren't that accurate, mostly because the guns they're firing are literally like handheld rocket pistols and machine guns. A lot of it is also that basically everything in the Imperium isn't new. It's constantly being refurbished and recycled because a ton of this technology isn't even capable of being produced anymore. So you get hand-me-downs that have sometimes been used by dozens of people before you. Even Space Marines, the venerable godlike warriors that herald the Imperium's military, are constantly reusing and recycling their equipment. The bolt guns and the ceramite armor they use are generally not produced anymore. They have to find hand-me-downs, many of them salvage armor and pieces from others. There are new rollouts occasionally, but why can't they be made again? Because a lot of this stuff is made with technology from the Dark Age of Tech, about 10,000 years ago, at the time when the Imperium was... Sorry, not Dark Age of Technology. About 10,000 years ago, when the Emperor was still alive, they were at the apex of their technological and industrial production. It's been on the decline since then, for a long time. Technology in the Dark Age of Tech, which is before the Emperor, is even more advanced, and it's considered sacrilegious to use it now. That's also where the AI came from. This shit is 10,000 years old. Not all of it, but some stuff gets pretty up there. Like, I'm pretty sure that canonically, a lot of Space Marines are using ceramite plate that was used in the original Horus Heresy, right? Like, it's like lore-wise, it's not at all unlikely that the bolt gun that we're holding right now was made a very long time ago, and the armor that we're using might literally be from previous millennia. And it does wear down. It gets worse. It gets more inconsistent. This is one of the reasons why the ultra-religious rituals of the Space Marines involves maintaining their gear. See, to a Space Marine, the gear they have, their guns, their armor, are religious iconography, direct descendants of the lineage of the Emperor, and for that reason, their ritual rites usually involve the fastidious care and upkeep of them. They're holy relics. They're not just pieces of military equipment. To give you an idea of how far this goes, while bolt guns aren't generally made that much anymore, at least not reliably, the bolter shots, the actual rounds you fire, are. And all of those rounds, before making their way to a Space Marine, are blessed at an ecclesiarchy church. So a priest of the Emperor will bless every round so that it will do more damage against the demonic powers you fight, which works. Hi. Yeah, but Dr. Osmium, that's not all Space Marines. That's like a small group of, like, revived, yeah. If you guys want to know who has it even worse than you, the Chaos Space Marines we're fighting, their equipment literally goes back 10,000 years. See, the Chaos Space Marines all defected 10,000 years ago. Thank you, New Flesh.
Asterisk New Flesh asterisk got a tier 2 asterisk subscription.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. The Chaos Space Marines defected 10,000 years ago, so the equipment they got back then is what they have now.
Isn't that how greenskin orc shit work? They believe it will work, therefore all the crap they put together works?
Yes, orcs...
THONKERS.
Orcs have a collective psychic ability that allows them to manifest reality slightly through belief and faith. It's specific to them. It's like an actual power they have.
Thinking about going to Israel on birthright, but feel a bit weird about it. Technically, it's an ethnically exclusive all-expenses-paid trip, but could be cool.
If it's an experience you want to have, go for it. It's not wrong of you to take it. Now, the rituals that are done by the Imperium are kind of like a mixed bag, because some of them do something and a lot of them don't, and it's not really known which ones work and which ones don't, because if you don't do them, somebody will shoot you in the back of the head. You know? So, the stuff that the Space Marines do to maintain their equipment, a lot of it is just literal basic physical upkeep, you know? It's not anything magical. But the blessings of the Emperor do literally help in many cases. The Emperor isn't just a dead human, after all. The Emperor is a pseudo-living god human. Like an ascended human, kind of. Who, from Earth, now called Terra in the 40k universe, in a state of essentially perpetual undeath, maintains a psychic signal so strong that it's actually the beacon that all Imperium cruisers use to navigate the warp dimension. Basically, the psychic energy of the Emperor is so strong that it's a beacon of light that scans across an entire galaxy that you can see from an alternate reality. He's basically the single source of the entire transplanetary Imperium transportation. So his blessings on a bolter shot actually do something. You know, that's not fake. But a lot of the stuff is. You know, there are a lot of people who cross their hearts, swear to die, do a prayer, do a little dance before changing a wheel on their car. And we don't think that we don't think that actually works. That's for lore scholars braver than me, Mr. Unfamiliar. AFK strats, there are some pretty good book series to get into. My favorite are definitely the Eisenhorn books. You're like a it's a detective story. You're an inquisitor. Well, it follows an inquisitor who has to get down to some shit. Are there any other ways to move ships without its power? Yep, you still can go through the warp. But going through the warp without the Astronomicon, maintained by the Emperor as a beacon, is pretty fucking dangerous. People get lost in the warp for millennia. Sometimes they emerge in real space before they entered the warp. They can swap time. Their ship can be corrupted by demons. You really, really, really want a beacon going in there, you know? If you go into the warp without any kind of beacon or navigation, you're basically guaranteed to die. Hi. The warp is so complicated that it fucks over even the demons in it. The things we're fighting right now, the blue and pink demons, are of Chinch. Chinch is the demon of change, when you play as him as an avatar of Chinch in Total War Warhammer 3, one of the quest battles involves you sort of meandering, just sort of casually walking through like a valley, when at the same time you're accosted by your younger and older self, both of you whom you have to kill. And this is the consequence of, like, 8 trillion years of, like, chaos theory and corruption and entropy that brought everything together in that one moment for you to fight and kill yourself. It's just, that's like just a day in the warp, you know? in the Battlefleet games, in the second one, in the human campaign, you play as a fleet admiral who emerges just in time to assist in an Imperium battle after being victorious in a previous battle hundreds of years ago. You went into the warp, popped out, and kablamo. You skipped centuries of life. Everyone you knew is dead. You really want to go in there with a plan.
40k has both of the most uber grimdark bullshit lore and the stupidest nonsensical bullshit lore I've heard, and it only gets more ridiculous when I hear it.
Yep. And there's a lot of dumb lore that's just not that fun or engaging, but there's a lot of really fun stuff too, which is why I'm so happy to talk about it. Whoa! Yep. Can I have grenades, please? Or, like, heavy bolter ammo. Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. Wait, if this goes this way, what does this door go to? Oh, goes back up. Okay. Just curious. I have not Dr. Osmium, but they're on the list. One of my favorite pieces of 40k lore is one of the Orc warlords found out about the Eye and went in there for eternal fighting, and he and his army get resurrected endlessly to fight the same fight all the time. Yep, it's fucking paradise for him. So yeah, the Eye, hold on. Just so people know what I said, the Eye of Terror is basically, you know the galaxy? You know how the galaxy exists and is cool? Well, one day, the Chaos Gods decided to open up a big hole in the middle of it. At this point, the warp schism of the Eye has reached across, I think, like, the entire galaxy. It's pretty fucked. Like, there was an Imperium planet called Cadia, which was basically like the Bastion Fortress planet against the encroach of the Eye of Chaos. If you go in there, who knows what'll happen? Crazy stuff.
Have you read any of the Ciaphas Cain novels or short stories? They get kind of formulaic, but his stories are what first got me into 40k.
I have not, no, but I really want to. It's, there's a lot of good stuff there. Yeah, this is what traveling through the warp looks like, okay? This is why you want the Imperium, the Emperor's Light to guide you. Just a good old time. You have to have your anti-fucking demon shields up when you go in there. Because if they break down, you're pretty much dead instantly. Well, this looks like an arena if I've ever seen one. Yep. What's the plan to stop them from taking over the... I don't know if I have a specific plan for that, that one issue. No. You want to shoot those corpses so they don't come back. You like the Tyranids? I don't know if I'd want to see one in person. I like them narratively. Whoa! You can't even see what you're doing. When you're firing the heavy bolter, you literally can't even see what the fuck you're shooting at. You just see blood clouds. Perfect. Whoop. Yes, I have, Mitrov. I see a power-up. Let me up. Let me up. Let me up. Let me up. Nice. Okay, just miss all my shots. Ow. Can't aim for shit. Oh. The Chaos Space Marine that we just killed was wearing Terminator armor, which is basically like the heavy special operations Space Marine armor. It's considered even more venerable and more sacred than the regular Space Marine Ceramite armor. Oh, Slashy, I think they want to, like, raise the minimum age to vote, but that's not going to happen. I don't think they have a strong plan. I think they're running out against the clock. Give me more heavy bolter ammo. Nice. Okay. Why'd the sound get foggy? We had a power-up. The Tau aren't the good guys, Psychromancer Cat. They're probably just the most... I guess I would say... Humanitarian isn't the right word. They're not even humans, but they're probably the most, like... ethically conscientious. Aren't they like slavers? Look, it's a rough galaxy, okay? The Tau are probably more concerned with the concept of ethics than most other... Hi! Are there any good guys? No? Not by our perspective. The only group that operates in a way that's consistently ethical within their own system would be the Orcs. Because the Orcs don't care about anything except for fighting. So they like to fight, and that's it. If the universe was wiped out for everyone except for Orcs, that would probably be the happiest universe, because they would just fight each other, and that would be fine for them. Yeah, they're the group having the best time. Of course, it's not like a fantasy, magical, evil kind of deal. There are plenty of good individual humans. And lots of humans are trying to do good within the limited abilities that they have in a world where, or in a galaxy where it's pretty difficult to do good, you know. That's why I like the Eisenhorn books. Like, the vast majority of humans who are out here fighting are legitimately fighting to defend humanity. The Imperium as an institution is monstrous, though. Oh, shit! Oh my god, it's almost 10:30. I have to, end slightly earlier than I would otherwise, guys, because I promised that I'd do something. So, I'm gonna have to head out.